This girl is Yanxi. She's terminally ill, incredibly frail, and she's also the legendary villainous supporting female character in this body double counterattack story. Starting off this rough, she discovers her world is actually a novel. Can you believe it? The original female lead is Chen Xiangxiang, and she possesses a popular system. Because she looks like Yanxi, she was adopted by Yanxi's father, Chen Xiangxiang, while Yanxi was sick. Just like that, she became Yanxi's replacement. When Yanxi returned home, she found she had lost everything. How ironic. Her father and friends were all captivated by Chen Xiangxiang. With her gentle and aloof demeanor, Chen Xiangxiang slowly gained the trust and affection of the family. Why are you back? You only bring pain to this family. This family doesn't want you back. The people who were once your everything have now betrayed you. Infatuated with Chen Xiangxiang. Because she has that system, she can easily manipulate their minds. In the novel, Yanxi is jealous and opposes Chen Xiangxiang in everything. Get out. Stop pretending to be kind. That girl needs to calm down. Just a little push, and now she's playing the victim. What's even more heartbreaking is that everyone only cares about Xiangxiang. Yanxi, you're such a wicked woman. Xiangxiang, are you okay? Even so, she can only watch. Her eyes, filled with pity and fear of losing everything, watched as Xiangxiang feigned injury to accuse her. A cunning smile flashed across Xiangxiang's face, as if victory was already in her grasp. Yanxi closed her eyes and returned to reality. Yes, Chen Xiangxiang, with her system, took everything from her. That's why everyone hates her, why the people she once admired eventually plotted to ruin her face. The end of her life, what a tragic ending. She woke up in the hospital, and as she breathed in the fresh air, the nurse called out, "Miss, come back inside quickly. You just took your medicine. You can't be in the wind. Come back. You can't catch cold." Today is the day Yanxi is discharged. But the nurse said, your father was in a traffic accident on his way here today and can't pick you up. Goodness, but he's all right. He said he'll definitely come pick you up tomorrow. The story goes like this. Her father gets into a car accident and can't pick her up, and when she goes back, she runs into Chen Xiangxiang's birthday party. So predictable. Since she already knows, she's not too surprised. It's okay. I've grown up. I can handle my own discharge. But she won't be like the Yanxi in the novel, a tragic, villainous supporting female character. This time, Yanxi will change her fate. Go for it. She called her dear uncle. "Uncle, I want to go to your house. Can you arrange for someone to pick me up?" On the other end of the phone, her uncle said happily, of course, of course. After hanging up, she thought to herself, this time, I will definitely change my fate. That's the spirit. 3 hours later, the car arrived at the G family villa. The villa was specially decorated with lights and flowers, very festive. A birthday party was being held in the villa. Hey, what are you going to give Xiangxiang later? I'm not telling you, but it's something good. Sounds suspicious. Yanxi walked straight in, covering her face because she didn't want to reveal her identity. Must maintain secrecy. When a servant saw her, they thought she was a bad person and yelled at her. "Who are you? I'll let you in." "So rude, get out now." Chen Xiangxiang's cousin, Chen's son, frowned at Yanxi's figure and said with displeasure, "I say you guys are too careless. How can you let some stray cats and dogs ruin my cousin's birthday party? Can you afford the consequences?" Such harsh words. Yanxi calmly said, "This is my home. It's not your place to point fingers." He was about to retort, but suddenly he saw Yanxi's face clearly. Although she was wearing a mask, those eyes, she was definitely a beauty. He said to the maid, "You go entertain Xiangxiang's friends. I'll chat with this beautiful lady." The maid immediately obeyed. He looked at Yanxi suspiciously. "Miss, are you kidding? You say this is your home. This is a high-class place. Look at the ragged clothes you're wearing. You can't even lie without blinking. Why don't you come with me? I'll buy you some new clothes." Curious about her true appearance, he reached out to remove her mask, which angered her, and she pushed him away. "Get lost." She accidentally scratched him. She didn't care and turned to leave, but since she had made him lose face in front of everyone, how could he let her go easily? "Fine, you asked for it." He shouted, "Catch the thief." Someone snuck in and stole the bracelet I was going to give to Xiangxiang. Everyone saw what happened and surrounded her. Who is this? How dare she steal Miss Yang's things? Coming to the party and not knowing her place. A man stepped forward, raised his arm, and said to her, "Miss, please hand over Miss Yang's bracelet." Her expression showed no fear. There are surveillance cameras everywhere in the living room. Whether I stole something or not, whether he's lying or not, wouldn't the surveillance footage reveal everything? He gulped, his face clearly showing the worry of being exposed. How did she know? He didn't wait any longer and shouted to the bodyguards, "Don't listen to her nonsense. Take her to the police station." The others didn't believe her either. Xiangxiang will be down soon to cut the cake. Don't ruin her good mood. "Miss, please come with me." Chen Sun ordered, "Restrain her." "Young master, where's my bracelet? Where did you hide it?" Suddenly, a heavy knee struck his groin, followed by a resounding slap. The pain left him speechless. Yanxi, furious, asked, still looking for it. Chen Sun gritted his teeth and raised his hand to hit her. "You dare hit me." The butler's cry of "eldest miss" stopped his hand. "Butler." He looked overjoyed. You're finally back." Yanxi said gently, "Uncle He, long time no see. Deal with this person. Don't let just any stray cat or dog in here." Uncle He immediately replied, "Yes, eldest Mississippi." At this point, Chen Sun still didn't understand what was happening, his expression a mixture of surprise and confusion. Chen Sun hurriedly explained to the butler, "She's a thief. She stole the bracelet I was going to give to Xiangxiang. How can you just let her go upstairs?" Butler He's face darkened, and he said sternly, "In our house, you dare accuse our eldest miss of stealing your bracelet. How dare you spout such nonsense here?" Butler He immediately ordered the two bodyguards beside him, "What are you two standing there for? Drag him out." Both replied in unison, "Yes." He was still unwilling to give up. "Let me go." He was both suspicious and afraid. "She's actually Yanxi, that sickly girl. Wasn't she dying in the hospital?" The guests at the banquet couldn't help their curiosity and whispered among themselves, "Where's the eldest Mississippi? Isn't Chen Xiangxiang the eldest Mississippi?" "I don't know. By the way, where's Xiangxiang?" If she knew her cousin was kicked out by the servants, she definitely wouldn't let it go. There's going to be a good show. The rumors spread like wildfire, but there were no answers. Meanwhile, Chen Xiangxiang was chatting happily with her fiancé and Yanxi's childhood friends. "It's already a great joy that you could come to celebrate my birthday. Having you all here on my 17th birthday is truly precious." She looked smug, as if she was already prepared to replace Yanxi. Master Fu seemed very pleased. "Is that so? It's our honor." But Master Wood just sighed and said nothing. After a while, Chen Xiangxiang suddenly saw a servant carrying a cake, followed by Butler He. He said, "Quickly, take it to the eldest Miss's room." The servant immediately turned around. "Yes." Chen Xiangxiang turned around with a smile and made a gesture as if she was going to get something. "Drinking only alcohol isn't good for the stomach. I'll go get you some snacks." Butler He and the servant had arrived at the door of Yanxi's room. Xiangxiang walked over, thinking they were going to deliver the cake to her, and suddenly said, "No need to bring it to my room. Take it to the second-floor balcony." At this moment, her gaze swept across the room, and she suddenly saw Yanxi inside, shouted, "Pumbu Futi. That's Yanxi. How did she come back?" She still pretended to be calm and immediately asked, "Who are you? Why are you trespassing in someone else's room?" Yanxi turned around and said with a provocative tone, "This is my room. How am I trespassing?" She was so frightened that she hid behind Butler He. Butler He didn't understand what was happening and introduced Chen Xiangxiang to Yanxi. "Eldest Miss, this is Miss Chen Xiangxiang, a guest invited by Master." Yanxi sat down and looked at her for a long time before saying, "So it's the Chen family's daughter from back then. I didn't expect her to have grown so much in 13 years. She stammered, surprised that Yanxi was so calm and didn't throw a tantrum. "Doesn't Yanxi realize I stole her identity? Why isn't she angry?" Yanxi then ordered, "Change everything in this room," also implying that she wanted Chen Xiangxiang to disappear forever. Restore the room to its original state, a single bed, and change the sheets too. Suddenly, a strange glint flashed in her eyes. Yanxi was finally going to lose her temper. She was starting to show her true colors. Putting on a pitiful act, she apologized, "Is this your room? I didn't know you were coming back. It rained heavily last night, and the window in my room was open, so everything got wet. It was Uncle who insisted I stay here." Yanxi sneered inwardly. Let her continue her performance. She just sat and listened, knowing the two young masters would be arriving soon. She continued her act, saying, "I'll go and have someone move my things back now." The two young masters strode in. "Xiangxiang, You're moving back to your old room. But it's all wet there. You can't stay there. Who told you to move out? Who's inside? His words barely spoken. He walked to the door and saw Yanxi. Both of them froze, their gazes fixed on her. Yanxi sat in a chair, smiling. Long time no see, you too. Startled by her sudden return, he reproached, when did you get back? Why didn't you have someone pick you up? Fu Yuhui was so happy he wanted to hug her. Yin Yin, welcome home. But just as he was about to approach, she dodged to the side, saying nothing, leaving him momentarily stunned. The smile vanished from his face. At this moment, she was only concerned with getting Xiangxiang out of the room. These are all my things. Butler, have some servants help her move out. Chen Xiangxiang was stunned for a few seconds, then replied, I'm sorry, I'll move out right away. Yuhui chuckled lightly. Actually, I don't think she needs to move. It's better this way. Moving back and forth will only tire Yin Yin out. Yanxi returned his smile. How interesting. In the novel, everyone helps Chen Xiangxiang, afraid she'll take the room back. Because she didn't want to create discord in the family, she listened to Yuhui's suggestion and generously gave way. That way, she would never be able to live in her own room, even if she died trying. Yanxi looked at Yuhui and softly replied, No. He frowned, clearly unwilling, but unable to voice his objection. The butler called for a maid. Go help the eldest miss move her things. Yes. Seeing this, Chen Xiangxiang volunteered, I should return the room to Sister Yanxi. Yanxi clearly found this amusing. She said, Return. You got it wrong. This room was originally mine. Now, things are simply returning to their rightful owner. She glanced at Chen Xiangxiang, her gaze landing on the necklace and chain around her neck. Can you return that to me as well? Chen Xiangxiang froze for a moment before she understood, embarrassment written all over her face. I didn't know it was yours. Uncle told me to wear it. Sister Yanxi, please don't misunderstand me again. Emphasizing that it was Shi Jingxin's request, it was unclear whether she wanted to prove something or provoke her. She returned the necklace, handing it to the butler, and silently left. Before leaving, Yanxi didn't forget to remind her, I thought not taking other people's things without permission was a traditional Chinese virtue. Hearing this, the already embarrassed Xiangxiang felt even more ashamed, only knowing to lower her head and leave. But Yuhui felt this was wrong and blamed her. Yin Yin, weren't you too harsh? It was just borrowing, and Uncle sure agreed. Yanxi turned to look at Fu Yuhui. Then let's put it another way. Taking something without permission is stealing. Yuhui, since when did you lose the ability to distinguish right from wrong? Or do you think my dad can dispose of your things at will without your consent? Yuhui felt tired and wanted to end it all. Fine, I'm meddling. You're right about everything. Yin still remembers what happened before. She immediately asked, are you having a party? Xiangxiang softly said yes. Not giving her a chance to explain, Yanxi quickly continued, then you should manage your circle of friends. At the meeting just now, a man was getting handsy with you. If you don't handle it well, he'll say I stole your necklace. I, Yanxi, am not someone to be bullied. Chen Xiangxiang knew to listen to her and planned to deal with the matter at the party. I'm sorry, I'll go tell him right now. Then Yanxi said, then there's no need. I've already had him thrown out. Yanxi slowly sat down and asked her, today seems to be your birthday. I hope I haven't spoiled your fun. Xiangxiang could only manage a forced smile and reply, no, you're right. He deserved it. The butler came to report, eldest miss, the room is ready. Good, all you go out. I'm going to rest. Master who stood at the door and watched Yanxi for a long time without moving. Downstairs, Xiangxiang's birthday cake was brought out, a beautiful 5-tiered cake decorated with pretty flowers. Everyone gathered around the cake, waiting for Xiangxiang to appear. Seeing Chen Xiangxiang come downstairs with Fu Yuhui and Master Hua, everyone greeted them with smiles. Happy birthday, Xiangxiang. Master Hua, Master Fu. Master Hua and Master Fu were also caught up in the festive atmosphere, completely forgetting about Yanxi. Chen Xiangxiang blew out the candles. Surrounded by everyone, she felt an immense sense of security. Because Master Hua and Master Fu were right behind her, everyone at the party treated her even more enthusiastically than before. Go for it, Xiangxiang. Cut the cake. Xiangxiang, was that girl who went upstairs just now a relative of yours? Isn't she coming down? She's not coming down to have cake with us. That's so rude. Why isn't she coming down to join us? Xiangxiang, it's your birthday, and she's not even coming down to celebrate. Isn't that completely disrespectful to you? I think it's also disrespectful to Master Hua and Master Fu. Should we send someone to call her down? Chen Xiangxiang quickly explained, no, No, she's unwell and needs to rest. Please don't disturb her. But in the eyes of others, this might just be an excuse. Yanxi frowned, clearly displeased with them. At this moment, the butler's voice suddenly came from upstairs. Have you all finished your cake? Everyone replied with a smile. Not yet. Everyone assumed the butler had some important arrangements to announce. Does the butler have something important planned? Xiangxiang, are you preparing a surprise? She smiled and replied. I'm not sure either. Maybe it's something the elders have arranged. The butler's next words shattered Chen Xiangxiang's fantasy. If everyone is finished, then Miss Chen Xiangxiang's birthday party is now over. Please leave now, as you are disturbing our real young Mrs. Rest. Everyone turned their scrutinizing gazes towards Chen Xiangxiang. What's going on? The party-goers began to murmur amongst themselves. Didn't Chen Xiangxiang say she was the young miss of this wealthy family? But what the butler just said suggests otherwise. Could Chen Xiangxiang be lying? The real young miss has returned. What is this stand-in? A stand-in is just a stand-in. How dare she try to replace the real young miss? It's so ridiculous. To be exposed like this in front of everyone, how embarrassing. If it were me, I'd crawl into a hole. Faced with the overwhelming accusations, Chen Xiangxiang could only endure the humiliation. Chen Xiangxiang's classmate Shi Zhang's cousin, Lu Qingming, had just arrived and witnessed everything. He thought Yanxi was too overbearing. Tomorrow, her domineering reputation would surely spread throughout the entire city. After returning home, he complained to his cousin. Cousin, you know what? The Shi family's scarred daughter is back. It seems the title of Bai Chao's most beautiful is going to change hands. He looked up at his cousin. Are you talking about Yanxi? Lu Qingming sat down and took a sip of water, saying, yeah, she kicked everyone out. She's so petty even though she's almost dying. No wonder everyone calls her a short-lived ghost. Seeing the powerful aura emanating from his cousin, he knew his cousin was truly angry. Oh no, cousin is angry. Shi Zhangzi scolded him. Gossiping behind people's backs, is this how you were raised? When did you become so mean-spirited? Realizing the gravity of the situation, he stood up and bowed repeatedly, asking for forgiveness. Cousin, I was wrong. I won't talk nonsense anymore. Shi Zhangzi firmly added, and she won't be short-lived. He turned and left, saying, she will live longer than anyone. With no one to talk to, Yanxi could only wander around her house. A strong, running figure passed by her. She widened her eyes. Someone was still so dedicated to running at this hour. He noticed her staring at him for a while, but when he turned his head, Yanxi became shy and quickly went inside, closing the door. But with that glance, he already knew she was Yanxi. The next day, she went out for a walk again, but hadn't gone far, when she was startled by the sudden appearance of Shi Zhangzi. This time, they greeted each other. Hello. She politely responded, hello. Having just returned from her walk, she went inside, only to find her father waiting for her. He suddenly asked, did you go running? Is your face really all right? After being apart for a while, they sat down to chat. It's fine, just a reaction to the new medicine. Chen Xiangxiang barged in, interrupting their conversation. Sister Yanxi, I'm sorry. I made you unhappy last night. I apologize. Yanxi was already used to Chen Xiangxiang's dramatics and said nothing, continuing to eat. Suddenly, she heard her father's hoarse voice calling her name. Yanxi. Seeing her father, she immediately asked about the medicine. Wasn't it our turn for the anti-cancer medicine from the Research Institute? The word medicine was like a lightning bolt. Shi Jin said the medicine had been given to Xiangxiang's mother. The sky seemed to darken, and her whole body went numb. Speechless, her brother couldn't bear to see his sister suffer such injustice, and said helplessly, Dad, my sister has been waiting in line for 3 years. You gave a medicine to someone else. What is she supposed to do? This is life-saving medicine. Without it, people really die. Chen Xiangxiang stood to the side, looking scared just watching. Shi Jin said, the situation was urgent at the time. Xiangxiang's mother also has cancer and needs to be saved. Xiangxiang also came to beg me, and I couldn't help it. But Dad, Yanxi lowered her voice, her face pale. I've been waiting for this medicine for 3 years. Do you want me to wait another 3 years? Do I even have that much time left? Shi Jin could only say guiltily, Yanxi, I'm sorry. The atmosphere was abnormally silent. Chen Xiangxiang knelt down directly, taking all the blame on herself. It's all my fault. I knelt down and begged Uncle Shi. She tightly grasped Yanxi's hand. Sister Yanxi, you'll definitely get better. I'll donate my bone marrow to save you. Saving you is what I should do. It's repaying your kindness. Yanxi suddenly remembered that in the novel, after Chen Xiangxiang donated her bone marrow, she became her lifesaver, and everyone was grateful to her. Yanxi impatiently shook off her hand. Don't talk about donating blood or marrow. You're so thin, your body wouldn't be able to handle it. Besides, with the Yin family's wealth, it's not like we can't find a matching bone marrow donor. Yanxi continued, as for repaying my kindness, 2 anti-cancer injections cost 18 million each, plus 200,000 for the favor and caretaking fees. You could just give me 38 million. Seeing that it wasn't enough, her brother raised his voice. No way, those medications required a lot of connections. 38 million is too cheap. Shijin, knowing Chen Xiangxiang couldn't possibly repay that much, defended her, saying, Yanxi, Xiangxiang could donate her bone marrow to you. Don't overthink it. Your medicine saved her mother. This is what she should do. But Yanxi directly refused. I've already received the money, so there's no need. Yanxi faced Chen Xiangxiang. Now, write me an IOU. You can work hard to repay the debt later. Don't feel guilty towards me. Chen Xiangxiang, a girl from the countryside, how could she possibly come up with so much money? Sweat continuously dripped from her forehead, her body trembling from not knowing what to do. Before leaving, Yanxi didn't forget to remind her, I'll remember this. Remember to repay me. The servants were eavesdropping and had heard everything, thinking that Chen Xiangxiang was finished this time. Chen Xiangxiang owed Miss 38 million. How could a student from the countryside possibly repay that? Using such expensive medicine without the money to pay, trying to take advantage. Yanxi, standing in the corner, also heard everything and found it amusing, watching to see how Chen Xiangxiang would repay this debt. Chen Xiangxiang had the Mary Sue system. She could ask the system for help. She chuckled softly. Whether she can repay it or not depends on her abilities. Chen Xiangxiang could accumulate system points by gaining favor from male targets. Just as Yanxi predicted, she returned to her room, closed the door, and checked her system points. What? The system points I've accumulated can only be exchanged for 100,000. How can I possibly repay Yanxi's money? She had worked so hard for so long, yet her favorability rating was still so low, all because Yanxi had returned. Prompt. Shijin's favorability has dropped to 50%. Shurian's favorability is 1%. You need to increase favorability to gain more accumulation points. There was no way. She didn't know what to do. In Shijin's study, Yanxi happened to walk in and saw Chen Shun talking to her father. Dad, Yin, you came just in time. Shun is here to apologize to you. Last night's incident was just a misunderstanding. Shun is Xiangxiang's cousin. We're all family. Don't hold a grudge. Yin understood in her heart. He had so arrogantly humiliated her at the party yesterday, and now he was acting like a docile cat in front of her father. Looking at him, there was no sign of apology, not even understanding respect for others, let alone remorse. Shijin suddenly interrupted, expressing his dissatisfaction. Yin, Shun has sincerely apologized. Give your dad some face and be magnanimous. Seeing that her father didn't understand what happened at the party, Yin said he was getting handsy. The home surveillance cameras recorded everything. If I weren't magnanimous, I would have called the police last night and reported him for harassment. Dad, when did you become so unfair? Shijin was a little embarrassed. Yanxi raised her voice and commanded, take him out, and don't let him step foot in this villa again. 2 bodyguards immediately responded, yes. Mississippi Chen Shun didn't want to leave, looking pitifully at Shijin. Uncle Sure. He was beyond redemption. He had to protect Xiangxiang first. Shijin, afraid that Yin would be hurt again, stood there watching his daughter handle everything. He made a phone call. Assistant Wang, don't let Chen Shun come to the company anymore either. Just say his image isn't suitable for a bodyguard. Yes, Mr. Sure. He hung up the phone and gently placed his hand on Yin shoulder to comfort her. Yin, I'm sorry. It was my oversight. I vented your anger for you. Don't let Chen Shun's matter affect your opinion of Xiangxiang. Xiangxiang is a good child. Her expression immediately changed. Right? It's because of Chen Xiangxiang, of course. After calming down, she frowned and muttered to herself. That's right. I almost forgot. Shijin marries Chen Xiaoxiu's mother later in the novel and lets that woman smear my mother's reputation on television. Yin turned around. She sat directly in Shijin's chair, startling him. Yin spoke in a sarcastic tone. Chen Xiaoxiu is your friend's daughter. He's been gone for so many years. Chen Xiangxiang is an orphan. You can take care of her if you want. Our family has always been charitable and has helped many poor students over the years. Her father didn't want her speaking ill of Xiangxiang. How could those sponsored, impoverished students compare to Xiangxiang? Yanxi casually interrupted. Dad, I'm here to talk about school, not irrelevant people. He closed his eyes and sighed as Yanxi had interrupted him once again. After a moment of silence, he said, which high school do you want to attend? Your health isn't good. You could go to an international high school. But that wasn't what Yanxi wanted. She had already made all the arrangements. I plan to go to Xingyang High School and take the college entrance exam this year. Shijin was stunned by her words and retorted, no way, Yanxi. Xingyang High School isn't a place you can just get into with money. They value grades more. You also want to go straight into the senior year, which is even harder. Yanxi felt uncomfortable with this discrimination. Chen Xiangxiang could go to school there. Why can't I? Shijin immediately replied, Xiangxiang got in with her own ability, unlike you. You haven't been to school for 5 years and have probably forgotten even elementary school material. But this was just an excuse. He avoided his daughter's gaze, worriedly thinking that if he used money to get her in and she failed the college entrance exam, it would make them a laughingstock and could even affect his reputation. Yanxi smiled. You don't need to worry about that, Dad. I've already taken care of things with Xingyang High School. I'm here to ask you to handle the transfer procedures, not to ask for your opinion. Shijin saw that the stubborn Yanxi wouldn't listen to his advice. He thought to himself that his daughter had become a different person since returning from the hospital, handling everything on her own without his consent. He helplessly explained, Yanxi, are you still blaming me for not picking you up yesterday? It was because I had to organize Xiangxiang's birthday party. About that car accident, Dad is sorry, but Yanxi felt that it didn't matter anymore. Apology accepted. But next time you organize a party for an outsider, get my permission first. Yanxi walked past him, placing her hand on his shoulder, and said with a hint of threat, after all, this villa is in my name. I'm the real owner here. These words sent a chill down his spine, his face paling. He thought to himself, is Yanxi reminding me that I'm the outsider? I've been in the Yin family for so many years. I've established status and reputation in high society, yet now I'm being lectured by my own daughter. He turned to look at Yanxi, his eyebrows raised slightly, his voice trembling. Yanxi, we're family. Why do you have to draw such a clear line? Yanxi remained calm. Precisely because we are family. I'm giving you face by letting you live here. What you should do is not let outsiders damage our father-daughter relationship. Shijin was humiliated beyond words, but could only lower his head and listen to his daughter's lecture. She returned to her room and was captivated by the sight before her. 2 rows of people stood neatly, holding trays laden with beautiful clothes. Xingyan saw her and said, Xiangxiang had these made for you. Don't let last night's events affect your mood. Yanxi smiled as if nothing had happened. He's very thoughtful. Yanxi called for the housekeeper, organized these clothes, but don't remove the tags yet. Before Yin could react, she saw Yanxi take out her phone and transfer the cost of the clothes to him. Yin was a bit stunned. Why did you transfer the money to him? Yanxi said, I'm not sure of that money, and I don't need these clothes. After handling this matter, the siblings went to the balcony. Suddenly, they noticed the swaying peach blossoms in the neighboring courtyard. Yanxi was mesmerized. Xingyan thought to himself, as expected, she's always loved beautiful things. A bold idea flashed through his mind, and he unconsciously plucked a peach blossom branch, startling Yanxi. He added, surprise, sis, for you. Those are someone else's flowers. Xingyan grinned smugly. That's why we have to steal them. Our stingy neighbor never lets anyone in to see them. Yanxi looked down from the balcony into the neighboring courtyard and saw Chen Xiangxiang. She said awkwardly, hello. The neighboring boy responded with a smile, hello. Realizing that this was the neighbor she had encountered at the gate this morning, Yanxi couldn't help but admire his pure, spring-like beauty. Chen Xiangxiang. Xingyan turned around and saw Chen Xiangxiang, who had appeared there at some point and was so frightened that his soul almost left his body. He took to his heels and disappeared in a flash. Run, run. Yanxi was stunned, as this was the first time she had seen her brother act like a mouse seeing a cat. The boy next door asked softly, his voice sweet and warm, do you like cherry blossoms? Would you like to come over and pick some? Yanxi regained her composure and smiled. Sure, thank you. I'll trouble you then. It seemed he wasn't as stingy as Xing Yan had made him out to be. Now Yanxi had arrived in Shi Zhang's garden. It was spring, and the cherry blossoms were in full bloom, bringing a sense of warmth and intimacy. Shi Zhangzi carefully cut each cherry blossom branch, wrapped them up, and gave them to her. These are all for you. If it's not enough, I'll pick some more later. Yanxi was startled. You've already picked so many. It's enough. Thank you. Remembering Shi Yan's foolish actions earlier, Yanxi felt a little embarrassed. Sorry, we picked the flowers without your permission. He replied with a smile. It's okay. Pick as many as you like. After a while, Yanxi said goodbye. Then I'll go back now. Thank you for the tea and cherry blossoms. I'll see you out. After she left. Shi Zhangzi sat down and took a bite of cake, forgetting he was allergic to it. His face immediately changed. Young master, you're having an allergic reaction. I'll call the family doctor right away. Shi Zhangzi quickly calmed down. No need. I'll just take some medicine. It's no big deal. Yanxi happily returned home with a bouquet of cherry blossoms. As soon as she entered the door, she saw Chen Xiangxiang admiring the pile of clothes Hu Zhonggang had sent. Seeing Yanxi, she greeted her in a boastful tone. Sister Yan, these are all gifts Uncle Shi and Brother Yang saved for my birthday. Chen Xiangxiang suddenly picked up a dress. Sister Yan, if you like anything, just pick it. I'll give it to you. Chen Xiangxiang appeared out of nowhere, interrupting the conversation. Yan has been hospitalized for so long and hasn't had time to buy new clothes. Why don't you pick a few from Xiangxiang's clothes to wear? A single look from Yan, she frightened Chen Xiangxiang into standing still. She stood in front of Xiangxiang and said, I'm 1.73 meters tall. I can't wear Xiangxiang's clothes. Besides, Brother Yang has already bought me clothes like that. Hearing this, Chen Xiangxiang breathed a sigh of relief. Shi Jingxin kept praising Brother Yang for being considerate. Oh, Brother Yang is so thoughtful, treating both of you sisters equally. Yanxi immediately retorted, it's not the same. Yanxi opened her phone to show them that she had already transferred the money for the clothes back. I've already transferred the money for the clothes Brother Zhang gave me back. Chen Xiangxiang exclaimed in surprise. Why did you transfer it back to Brother Zhang? That's so distant. Yanxi replied disdainfully. Anyway, I'm not like Xiangxiang, owing favors. I don't need other people's handouts and charity. Sister Yan. Yanxi ignored them all and casually mentioned picking flowers at Shi Zhang's house. I'm going upstairs to arrange the flowers. You guys enjoy these things. Chen Xiangxiang stared at the bouquet for a long time, unable to believe it was real. Yanxi went to Shi Zhang's house to pick flowers. But Shi Zhangzi never lets anyone go to his house. Not even the system can read his favorability rating. Shi Jingxin picked up a dress, interrupting Chen Xiangxiang's thoughts and startling her. Xiangxiang, this one suits you perfectly. It's exactly like the one Yang used to wear. Xiangxiang secretly laughed to herself. Really? Then I'll wear this to school tomorrow. She turned her face sideways, revealing a hint of malice. Wearing this dress, I'll look exactly like Yanxi used to. Her face is now full of scars. I've surpassed her. I wonder if she'll stay calm when she sees me. Upstairs, and she glanced at the two downstairs. Judging from Chen Xiangxiang imitating my style, my previous style was indeed incredibly boring. Yanxi felt that this didn't bother her. Not beautiful at all. The next day, Chen Xiangxiang deliberately imitated Yanxi's style and wore that dress, carrying a gentle and ethereal air as she went to find Fu Yuhuai. Brother Yuhuai, are you here to pick up Sister Yan for school? She's changing clothes and will be down soon. The shimmering dressmaid. Shi Yan couldn't help but compliment her. Xiangxiang, you look so beautiful today. Thank you. Before Chen Xiangxiang could finish her sentence, Shi Yan hurriedly said, she's not deliberately imitating Yan, is she? Just like Fu Yuhuai, he immediately defended her. Don't talk nonsense. Xiangxiang naturally looks like Yan. Seeing Fu Yuhuai taking her side like this, Xiangxiang quietly sat down, wanting to please him. Brother Yuhuai, do I not look good dressed like this? Yuhuai denied it. It suits you very well. The clothes suit you very well. At this moment, Fu Yuhuai saw Yanxi appear, wearing a red dress. Not only beautiful, but also elegant, she lit up the entire room. Fu Yuhuai stood up like a zombie and accidentally knocked over the water glass in Chen Xiangxiang's hand, startling her. Yan. Yanxi smiled happily. Sister, You look so beautiful. Fu Yuhui was still stunned. This is the first time I've seen you dressed like this. It's truly stunning. Yanxi felt it was normal. She always knew she was beautiful, and now she was even more beautiful because of the silk. Seeing that it was almost time for class, she urged, "Let's have breakfast. We're going to be late." Right. I didn't expect we could go to the same school. That's great. Yanxi's appearance made Chen Xiangxiang seem transparent, standing in the corner filled with jealousy. And she did that on purpose. Yanxi also gained the favor of the house servants. By comparison, our eldest miss is both beautiful and elegant. The original is the original. An imitation can never compare. The four of them sat at the same table to eat. Chen Xiangxiang suddenly broke the silent atmosphere. "Sister Yin, you don't have to worry at school. We'll take care of you if anything happens," Fu Yuhui added. Xiangxiang is a student council member and consistently ranks in the top 10 academically, holding high prestige. She's helpful in both daily life and studies. She felt looked down upon. "If I remember correctly, you're a second year, right? I'm a third year. Do I need your help?" In Chen Xiangxiang's eyes, Yanxi was just putting on a brave face. This brought a sneer to Chen Xiangxiang's lips. She actually wants to join the senior class. The college entrance exam is only 4 months away. I hope she doesn't fail miserably and embarrass herself. Xingyin just smiled foolishly. "Then Yin will be in the same class as me. I'll take care of you." She looked at Yanxi with malicious intent. Yanxi was an international class filled with top students. How could someone who had been on hiatus for 3 years be admitted? At the school office, she was taken to meet her new teacher, student Yanxi. "This is your homeroom teacher, Teacher Liu." "Okay, Teacher Liu, please take good care of Yanxi and guide her well," Yanxi respectfully said to the teacher. "Hello, Teacher Liu." But Liu Yuxing seemed to have taken a dislike to Yanxi. She spoke sternly from the start, dressed so revealingly, like you're going to a nightclub, and with such an arrogant attitude, "You clearly don't look like a diligent student. And what's with the mask at this time?" Yanxi remained respectful. "I apologize. I took allergy medication." Teacher Liu turned to the principal and said, "This student didn't take the entrance exam. I can't accept her. It's against school regulations." The principal was immediately embarrassed. "Teacher Liu, have you seen student Yanxi's file?" Teacher Liu still disagreed, saying loudly, "Rules are rules. We can't make exceptions for her. How would we explain this to the other students?" The principal, caught between the two, looked awkward. "How about a makeup exam?" Yanxi didn't want to miss the opportunity and immediately said, "I can take it now." Liu Yuxing sneered, "You're quite bold. You think I'll let you off the hook just because you said that? Not so easy." Saying this, she opened her computer, typed for a long time, and printed out an extra-long test paper to make things difficult for Yanxi. "Go to the office and do this test. After you're finished, I'll decide whether you can enter the international class based on your score." Yanxi replied fearlessly, "Okay." After speaking, Teacher Liu turned and left without looking back. "I'm going to class. Please proctor her exam." "No problem." Exam time was up, and Teacher Liu returned to the office. Upon entering, she saw the homeroom teacher excitedly holding Yanxi's test paper, smiling and saying, "Teacher Liu, look, student Yin, she is a genius. She finished 4 test papers in 45 minutes, and all of them are perfect scores." Liu Yuxing was so shocked, she couldn't believe it. Snatching the papers, "I don't believe it. She must have cheated." Pointing at Yanxi's face, she said, "I will absolutely not allow a student with questionable character into the international class." Teacher Liu's words this time angered Yanxi, but she held back. Seeing the situation, the homeroom teacher quickly intervened. "Teacher Liu, don't get excited. Student Yin, she really didn't cheat. She said something was wrong." She spoke up to defend her reputation. "Teacher Liu, I want to ask you, on what basis do you say I cheated?" She added, without checking the surveillance or listening to the teacher's explanation, "You jump to conclusions. May I ask, is this your morality as a teacher? How could she not be annoyed at being questioned by a student? You say you didn't cheat, so you didn't cheat. And you're talking back to a teacher. Is this the upbringing of the Ji family and the Yin family? Our international class can't accommodate a student like you." She felt this farce had gone on long enough. The international class indeed can't accommodate me. I'll go to another class. Liu Yuxing thought she was putting on airs. With your character, you think other classes will want you. You think too highly of yourself. Just as Yanxi was about to leave, she turned around, picked up the test papers, and said, "With this test paper, indeed, with such scores, she should go to a better class." The news quickly spread to the other homeroom teachers. In Class 1's classroom, homeroom teacher Wang Baowu couldn't help but exclaim. Yanxi got a perfect score. Is Lu Yuxing out of her mind? Another teacher next to him added, oh, the other homeroom teachers are all vying for her. I wonder which lucky class will get this promising student. Shi Zhangze, who had heard everything outside, walked in, slammed the materials on the table, and seriously asked Teacher Wang, should we try to get her? The teacher really wanted this student, but before Teacher Wang could finish speaking, Shi Zhangze made the decision on his own. Then it settled. I'll go and help the teacher keep her. Teacher Lu chased after Shi Zhangze, waiting for Yanxi to come out of the office. Before he could take a step, another teacher stopped him and asked, Student Yanxi, I'm Yi Qing, the homeroom teacher of the rocket class. Are you interested in joining our class? Yanxi then made a suggestion. I'm worried about my brother. What if Teacher Yi agrees to let him come too? Yi Qing clapped her hands happily. No problem. As long as Shi Yan agrees to come, I will definitely help him improve his grades. Ye vink entusiastically, vejo medianvi. Yanxi immediately nodded in agreement. Thank you, Teacher Yi. I'll join the rocket class. Teacher Yi put her hand on Yanxi's shoulder, happily welcoming her to the class. Good. Wang Laoshi and Shi Zhangze rushed over. But they were a step too late, sighing wearily, too late. Yanxi had been snatched away by Teacher Yi. At the same time, Yanxi also saw Shi Zhangze, but was pulled away by Teacher Yi. Let's go. I'll take you to the classroom. We'll talk to Teacher Lu about your brother later. Yanxi walked past him blankly. As neighbors, Shi Zhangze watched them leave. They passed each other like that, without even a greeting. The atmosphere in the international class was awkward and oppressive. Teacher Lu walked in with a displeased expression and immediately scolded Shi Yan. Pack your things now. You don't need to come to the international class anymore. Lu Yuxing was still angry, thinking to himself, Yi Qing actually wants these 2 money bags. What a capitalist running dog. So disgusting. Shi Yan was stunned in front of the whole class, feeling humiliated. The other students whispered, what's going on? Teacher Lu is in such a bad mood today. Some thought more deeply. The Shi family is bankrupt. He has no backing anymore. Shi Yan packed his books. Dejected, he sat outside in the hallway, with thousands of questions in his mind. Seeing this, Chen Xiangxiang walked over and sat next to him. I heard you were kicked out of the international class. How's your brother? Shi Yan was more disappointed than usual. Xiangxiang, I'm not smart, and my looks are average. I didn't even inherit half of my mother's wisdom and good looks. Shi Yan was more self-deprecating than usual. I've been lost since I was a child. Chen Xiangxiang thought viciously, what a waste. If it weren't for his powerful family, who would listen to his nonsense. Thinking this, she still smiled and comforted him on the surface. You don't need to compare yourself to others. You have your own strengths. In my eyes, you are a real man. Shi Yan blushed shyly, immersed in the praise. Really? I'm not as good as you say. Chen Xiangxiang forced a smile, thinking, what a fool. He's completely smitten with just a few sweet words. Anyway, she continued with the sweet talk. You are really excellent. You must believe in yourself. Shi Yan didn't believe it and asked again, really? Really, Yan? She said firmly, of course it's true. Academic performance isn't everything. You don't need to care so much about it. Shi Yan felt uneasy, but Xiangxiang held Shi Yan's trembling hand, soothing his sense of loss. You are so excellent. You can succeed even if you don't study. Shi Yan immediately wavered, his will weakened by Chen Xiangxiang's sweet words. Xiangxiang is encouraging me. She's so good to me. Yanxi arrived in time, bringing Shi Yan back to his senses. I'm sorry, he has to care. Seeing Yanxi, Xiangxiang stood up, a wave of fear washing over her. Sister Yan, why are you here? Why didn't the system alert me? Yanxi arrived? What's going on? Yanxi warned loudly. If academic performance doesn't mean anything, then why do you study so hard? Chen Xiangxiang felt caught red-handed, trembling as she said, you can't generalize. Yan interrupted this pretense. You what? Are you trying to get my brother to drop out of school and become an uneducated young master so you can control him? Chen Xiangxiang, her thoughts exposed by Yanxi, took a step back in fright. How does she know what I'm thinking? Yanxi brought good news to her brother. Brother, Teacher Yi Qing from the rocket class has agreed to accept you. Hearing this, Shi Yan was overjoyed and couldn't help but ask in surprise, really, Yan? Shi Yan stood up and followed Yan, assuring her, don't worry, I will definitely cherish this opportunity. Yanxi had once again disrupted Chen Xiangxiang's plans, and she was unwilling to accept this failure. Watching them leave only made her feel more annoyed. Chen Xiangxiang couldn't help but think. The rocket class is the top class in Shenyang High School. They must have used the Yin family's connections to get in. Chen Xiangxiang stomped her foot and summoned her system. I spent 1,000 points to exchange for a prop to capture Shi Yin. Why didn't you help me? The system's voice came into Chen Xiangxiang's ears. If used on a target with strong willpower, the effect will be greatly weakened. Xiangxiang bit her hand hard, getting angrier the more she thought about it. If Yanxi hadn't suddenly appeared, I would have successfully captured him. Yi Qing brought Yanxi and Shi Yin in and introduced them to the class. Classmates, these are 2 new students transferring to our class. Yanxi introduced herself. My name is Yanxi. I hope we can help each other and make progress together. Shi Yin followed. My name is Shi Yin. I hope everyone will take care of me. The whole class applauded warmly. The teacher started arranging seats. Shi Yin, you sit next to the class monitor. Yanxi, you sit. Before she could finish, Fu Yuhai quickly raised his hand. Teacher, let Yanxi sit next to me. We know each other, and I can help her catch up with the rocket class. Yanxi refused, sternly saying, no, teacher, I'll just sit next to this female classmate. Can I sit here? The classmate was a little surprised. Yes. Ignoring Fu Yuhai, Teacher Yi started the class. Okay, let's begin. Everyone, open your textbooks. The bell rang. Ring, ring, ring. Other students were busy planning after-school activities. Let's go get milk tea. I want coffee. Suddenly, Shi Yin was called by the teacher. Shi Yin, come in my office after class. Okay, teacher, Shi Yin replied. Chen Xiangxiang came to the classroom looking for Yanxi. Yin, there's a delicious restaurant outside the school. Let's go together. Seeing Xiangxiang, the other students immediately started teasing. Xiangxiang is so pretty today, like a little fairy. I think the new student looks a bit like Xiangxiang. The boy suggested, Yanxi, why don't you 2 take off your masks and let everyone see if you look like Xiangxiang? Everyone echoed, yeah. Let everyone see. Chen Xiangxiang was delighted, deliberately adding fuel to the fire. Yin Yan's face is disfigured. Don't be like that. You'll hurt her, the boy said contemptuously. Fu Yuhai just stood there quietly, not intervening. Yin Yan stood up and told him off. Someone like you is worthy of me taking off my mask. Get lost. The 2 were unhappy and started arguing with Yin Yan. How can you be so rude and curse at people? Yin Yan's desk mate slammed the table and stood up to defend her. Teacher Yi just said, Yanxi is allergic to medication. Don't make this kind of joke. Because Fu Mangjia had a large scar on her face, this flaw was often the subject of jokes. I'm talking to him. You monster. Don't interrupt. Fu Mingjia's weak spot was hit, and she couldn't speak, lowering her head and silently covering the scar. Chen Xiangxiang hypocritically took Yanxi's arm, stepping in to smooth things over. Oh, we're all classmates, don't argue. Not forgetting to belittle Yanxi. Yin Yan will get angry. Yanxi quickly pulled her arm away, patting her clothes as if afraid of being tainted by that hypocritical person. When did I say I wanted to eat with you? Chen Xiangxiang was a little embarrassed. Yin Yan. Seeing this, the classmates pulled Xiangxiang behind them and yelled at Yanxi, you're really ungrateful. If you didn't look like Xiangxiang, do you think we'd bother with you? Putting on airs. Maybe you're as ugly as Fu Ming. Before he could finish, Fu Yuhai kicked him in the face, knocking him to the classroom floor, where he cried out in pain. It hurts. He covered his face and got up. Fu. Young Master Fu, don't you like Xiangxiang? What? Yuhai raged. Shut up. The others looked on in surprise. Young Master Fu and Yanxi. Speak of the devil. Are you too close? Yuhai wanted to call out to her and explain, but she completely ignored him. Yin, listen to me. Yanxi directly took Fu Mingjia's hand and left. Fu Mingjia, let's go. The atmosphere was very awkward. Fu Mingjia was bewildered as Yanxi pulled her away, and Fu Yuhai was completely at a loss. The 3 dumbfounded onlookers watched them leave. After Yanxi and Fu Mangjia went out, they happened to run into Shi Zhangzi going to lunch. What a coincidence. Seeing Yanxi, Shi Zhangzi immediately wanted to show off, taking out a bottle of medicine. I have some Chinese medicine for allergies here. It's very effective. Do you want to try it? Clearly trying to curry favor. Yanxi just smiled and said, okay, thanks. Then they said goodbye and parted ways. After Shi Zhangzi left, Meng Jia suddenly said, Yin, How do you know Shi Zhangzi? You just arrived. Yanxi was a little flustered. What's wrong? Is there a problem? Meng Jia then introduced Shi Zhangzi to Yanxi. Shi Zhangzi is #1 in our grade. I'm second, but I'm still 20 points behind him. Meng Jia's eyes lit up when she talked about Shi Zhangzi. He's a legend, unmatched. And she was also impressed, but acted calmly. Oh, really? Back at school, Shi Zhangzi and his friend were walking to the classroom when he suddenly said, I almost didn't recognize that it was Yanxi. Wow, she has such a strong aura. He wondered, but why is she hanging out with that girl? Doesn't she know that girl has a problem with Fu Yuhai? Seeing Shi Zhangzi's silence, he added, and that girl is on a scholarship. Shi Zhangzi stopped in his tracks. His friend exclaimed, whoa. Shi Zhangzi hated discrimination the most. So what if someone relied on financial aid for school? What was the big deal? If he remembered correctly, Fu Yuhai also used to rely on financial aid thanks to the Yin family. His friend shut his mouth, keeping his thoughts to himself. Unfortunately, another student overheard their entire conversation. He stammered, then ran off to tell the whole class. Everyone said, no way, young Master Fu actually relied on financial aid. If the Yin family helped him, why is he so keen on Chen Xiangxiang? During class, the teacher was handing out test papers. I just finished marking the chemistry papers. Are the class monitor and subject representative here? Come and hand out the papers. The class monitor immediately stood up. Yes, teacher. Teacher Yi announced 2 students who had done particularly well, but didn't mention Yanxi's name. Fu Yuhai and Fu Mengjia both got full marks this time. Keep up the good work. The person who had previously given Yanxi a hard time still held a grudge and decided to embarrass her. He stood up and asked, Teacher Yi, what score did Yanxi get? Other students chimed in. Yeah, Teacher Yi, we also want to know how the new student did. He sneered at Yanxi, thinking that since she hadn't been to school for so many years, she must have failed the test and would be embarrassed when the teacher announced the results. Yanxi's expression remained unchanged as she calmly put away her test paper. Then Teacher Yi announced, Yanxi also got a perfect score. The boy was dumbfounded, cold sweat dripping down his face. The other students were impressed, but still a little doubtful. Did Yanxi really get a perfect score? Is she really that good? Teacher Yi broke the murmurs. Class dismissed. Go home and learn from Yanxi. The whole class said in unison, goodbye. Teacher Yi, let's go, let's go. It was time to go home. The boy still didn't believe it and sat there waiting for the other students to leave. As Yanxi was about to leave, he blocked her way. I know why you're sitting next to Fu Mengjia. You just wanted to copy her answers for the chemistry test today, right? So hypocritical. Yanxi just glanced at him indifferently and said nothing, because her hard work didn't need to be explained to anyone. But Fu Mengjia loudly defended Yanxi. She didn't. Yanxi quickly stopped Mengjia from continuing and then sarcastically said to the boy, a crooked mind sees everything crooked. Yanxi walked up to him and threatened, for the sake of being classmates, I'll let it go this time. Next time, there will be consequences. He gulped, looking uncomfortable. Fu Yuhai stepped in, trying to pull Yanxi away. Yin, he's just talking. Before he could finish, Yanxi interrupted him. Fu Yuhai, you should worry about yourself. Be careful who you hang out with. You might catch something. After Yanxi left, Fu Yuhai glared warningly at the boy and also left the classroom. Chen Xiangxiang was standing outside and overheard everything. Chen Xiangxiang gritted her teeth. It had actually dropped by 10%. Just then, Xingyin called, and she hung up irritably. Seeing Fu Yuhai come out, she walked up to him and acted coquettishly. Yuhai Gitch. Seeing Xiangxiang, Yuhai suggested they go home together. Xiangxiang, you're here. Let's go. I'll take you home. By this time, she had already thought of a plan to increase Yuhai's favorability. The music club asked me to compose a new song. I'm going home to work on it. Do you want to come and listen? Yuhai immediately agreed. A new song. Of course I want to listen. Chen Xiangxiang was overjoyed. Outside the school gates, not only did she not answer the phone, but she also made Yin and Shi Yin wait for almost half an hour. Xiangxiang seems to be busy. She's not answering the phone. Yin said indifferently, let's not wait anymore. Let's go home. The driver felt that this was inappropriate and said, Miss Xiangxiang hasn't come out yet. It doesn't seem right to leave like this. Yanxi was already tired. Brother said to leave at 6:30. It's 6:50 now, and we've already waited for her for 20 minutes. What's wrong with that? I'm sorry. No matter what, I must ensure that Miss Xiangxiang has the car. That's the master's order. Yanxi didn't know that this driver was also on Chen Xiangxiang's side. He looked down on Yanxi, thinking that a cancer patient like her would die sooner or later, and that it was right to curry favor with Miss Xiangxiang. Yanxi almost saw through the driver's thoughts. In that case, from now on, you are Chen Xiangxiang's exclusive driver. Then she got out of the car. Ask Shi Jingsheng for your salary. Let's just get out of the car ourselves. Shi Yin also got out. All right. Although Shi Yin did as Yanxi said, he was still thinking about the long term. Yanxi, what are we going to do in the future? Yanxi comforted him. It's fine. We'll just call a car home. The driver sneered at these words. My salary is naturally paid by the master. During rush hour, do you really think you can get a car? You probably don't even know where to call one from. At this moment, a luxurious sports car stopped in front of them, and a man in a well-tailored suit stepped out. It was Gu Ninjian, specifically responsible for serving and protecting Yanxi. He placed his hand on his chest and bowed. Young miss, I'll come to take you home. Yanxi smiled. Uncle Gu, you worked hard. Gu Ninjian slowly walked to the driver's side, knocked on the window, and asked him to roll it down to talk. From now on, I will take care of the young Mississippi. You have been dismissed by the Yin family. Besides surprise and confusion, Yanxi hadn't been out of the car for 5 minutes before he was fired. By nightfall, Fu Yuhai and Chen Xiangxiang had finished arranging the music. As they were leaving, she feigned helplessness. I had my phone on silent. I didn't hear my brother call. They've been waiting for so long. Will Sister Yanxi be angry? Fu Yuhai volunteered. It's okay. I'll go explain with you. Chen Xiangxiang suddenly felt emboldened. With Fu Yuhai backing her up, she began to scheme. If Yanxi really waited for me, I'll pretend she's very kind. She smiled smugly. But if she left without me, I'll act pitiful to gain Fu Yuhai's sympathy. It will also prove that Yanxi is arrogant and domineering and targeting me. The loyal driver waited until late at night. As soon as he saw Xiangxiang rushing over, he said, Miss Xiangxiang, you're here. Chen Xiangxiang pretended to apologize for being late. I'm sorry. The driver quickly said, It's all right, Miss Xiangxiang. The driver then told her that the young miss and young master Shi had already gone home. Xiangxiang panicked. What? Ungrateful. She had expected Yanxi and Shi Yin to wait for her the whole time. Yanxi had once again disrupted her plans. She worried. The Shi family's eldest miss bowing her head to an adopted daughter. If outsiders find out, my reputation will be ruined. Is this driver an idiot? He doesn't even understand such simple reasoning. Fu Yuhai calmly asked, How did Yanxi and Shi Yin get back? Chen Xiangxiang suddenly raised her voice and pretended to be angry. My sister, Yanxi, is not in good health. If something happens to her on the road, can you take responsibility? The driver was stunned. He didn't expect his loyalty to be met with reproach. He stammered, I was waiting for Miss Xiangxiang, and the young miss had someone from the one family to escort her. Chen Xiangxiang became even angrier. Why wait for me? I said I could go home by myself. Fu Yuhai stood silently to the side, his brow furrowed in thought. It was very late at the Yin residence, and Yuhai also wanted to go home. All right, Xiangxiang, Fu Yuhai soothed her anger. Don't be angry. It's not your fault. It's no big deal. I'll go to the Shi residence with you to explain. She was surprised. Not only was he not angry, but his fondness for her seemed to have increased. Chen Xiangxiang happily took his arm. Yuhai, thank you so much. I really don't know how I would explain without you. Chen Xiangxiang leaned her head on Fu Yuhai's shoulder as they walked, feeling pleased with herself. Fu Yuhai is completely captivated by me now. He really loves me. An hour later, the car finally stopped at the Yin residence. Sister Yanxi. Yanxi turned to look for the source of the voice. It was Chen Xiangxiang. As soon as she arrived, she started explaining, lowering her voice and acting pitiful. I was busy with club activities and forgot to check my phone. She stepped forward and tightly grasped Yanxi's hand, blaming herself. It's all my fault. Please don't blame Driver Zhang. Fu Yuhai also helped explain. Yeah, Yanxi, it's no big deal. Yanxi inwardly scoffed at her performance. It's okay. I have my own driver. Yanxi flicked her sleeve, and everyone understood the meaning of this gesture. It actually made Xiangxiang look bad. After all, the Yin family is one of the top wealthy families in Beishir City. It's not like they can't afford a driver for me. You're the one. Yanxi placed her hand on Xiangxiang's shoulder, smiling as she reminded her, from now on, ask my dad for your driver's salary. After saying this, she gave her a meaningful look and returned to her room, slamming the door shut, leaving them space to continue their act. Chen Xiangxiang felt a pang of guilt. Why did she have this inexplicable feeling of unease? Chen Xiangxiang returned to her room. It turned out she had been keeping records of Shi Jingxing's assets in a notebook she called the Shi Jingxing Personal Asset Report. Opening the notebook, she wanted to learn more. Zhang En, Shi Jingxing holds shares in the company, so his salary is just a symbolic 1 yuan. And all the money he's used these years has been mine and my brother's. Chen Xiangxiang thought smugly. Zhang, you're so eager to be Chen Xiangxiang's dog. You shouldn't need a salary, right? The next day, Yanxi and Shi Yin continued to go to school. Fu Yuhai sat in the classroom early, lost in thought. As expected, confessing to her right away made her dislike me. Seeing Yanxi being harassed by that Lu guy again, Fu Yuhai deliberately didn't intervene or show concern. With that, he left. Seeing Fu Yuhai leave, the other students knew no one would speak up for Yanxi anymore. That guy smirked smugly, stood up, and walked over to Yanxi's desk. He threatened, "Listen, if you know what's good for you, you'll leave our rocket class now. Otherwise, next time, the red ink will be poured directly on your head." Yanxi's eyes fixed on him. The red ink and the blood letter. "Was that you?" Lu smugly accepted the accusation, saying, "Otherwise, how would Yangji know the truth and force me to clean up her mess? I suggest you clean your desk now and apologize to Fumingja." Yangji angrily tore up the blood letter. "Otherwise, don't blame me for being impolite." He yelled at Yanxi, "Knowing how sickly you are, what can a weakling like you even do?" Backed into a corner, Yanxi gritted her teeth and said, "Then let's settle this off campus. Meet me at Doctor's Alley after school." The whole class was shocked. This newcomer was going to fight Lu Yaoyao. Wasn't she sick? Lu Yaoyao would definitely seize this opportunity for revenge. "Fine, see you after school. Whoever doesn't show up is a coward." He was very afraid of Fu Yuhai, so he confirmed first, "You're not allowed to ask young Master Fu for help." Yanxi sneered, "Don't worry, even if you die, I won't. My business has nothing to do with him. I can handle you myself." Lu Yaoyao's friends thought she would complain if she lost. "Are you sure this sick chicken won't tell young Master Fu?" "Don't worry, I'll be there on time." Lu Yaoyao arrived at the agreed-upon location with 2 friends, while Yanxi was alone. Seeing this, he immediately scoffed. "Look at your pathetic connections. You can't even find a helper, and you still want to compare yourself to Xiangxiang. You're not worthy. Considering your illness, I'll let you make the first move." As soon as Yanxi heard this, she flashed behind him, grabbed his shoulders, lifted him up, spun him around, and slammed him hard to the ground. Lu Yaoyao was in agony. His 2 friends rushed to help. "Brother Lu, we're coming to save you." "Yen." She glanced at them and delivered a precise kick to the other one's stomach. So ruthless. In the end, all 3 of them met the same fate. Yanxi quickly dealt with the 3 thugs and didn't forget to stomp hard on Lu Yaoyao, asking, "Want to try again?" He covered his face in fear and pleaded repeatedly, "No, I don't dare anymore. Please spare me, goddess." A group of passing students witnessed the whole thing and were amazed by Yanxi's willpower and martial arts skills. "Her name is Yanxi. She's so awesome. I love this contrast. She looks so gentle, but fights so coolly and handsomely. I declare, Yanxi my new goddess." Unexpectedly, Shi Jinza was also in the crowd. Yanxi wished she could sink into the ground when she saw him. It was obvious at a glance that this neighbor was a well-mannered and polite person. He must have seen my violent side. Yanxi tucked her hair behind her ear and forced a smile as she waved to everyone. "Hi, everyone. It's like meeting a real-life goddess. I'm blushing. Oh my God, is she waving at me? She's waving at all of us. She's even more beautiful when she smiles." Meanwhile, Mengjia secretly told Yuhai about it, and he rushed over worriedly. "Quick, it's over here." He squeezed through the crowd. Excuse me. Yanxi panicked. Ignoring the gazes of those around them, Yuhai suddenly rushed over and hugged Yanxi tightly. For some reason, Shi Jinza felt a pang of jealousy at this scene. Yanxi pushed Fu Yuhai away forcefully. "Fu Yuhai, let go." Fu Yuhai grabbed Yanxi's hand worriedly. "Blood, you're bleeding." Yanxi angrily slapped him, splattering blood on his face. She snapped, "It's someone else's blood. Can't you tell, idiot?" Fu Yuhai touched the blood on his face. Yanxi had anticipated this, which was why she did it. She walked past him without looking back. In the novel, after I rejected Fu Yuhai's confession, he went completely crazy and ultimately became the first person to be obsessed with Chen Xiangxiang. Yanxi deliberately walked towards Shi Jinza and asked, "Can you walk me home?" He said, "Sure." And just like that, watching them leave, Fu Yuhai was not only jealous, but also had to listen to the surrounding gossip. This girl is really something. She doesn't even give the top student face. Isn't Fu Yuhui supposed to like Chen Xiangxiang? Why was he holding Yanxi just now? And Miss Yanxi knew Shi Jinja as soon as she arrived. It's too suspicious. Fu Yuhui was furious and decided to take it out on Liu Yaya. Liu Yaya hadn't yet recovered from the blow of being rejected by Yanxi and nervously said, "Young Master Fu, I haven't had time to." Before he could finish speaking, he was punched. Ow! It hurt even more. Yanxi and Shi Jianjia walked for a while. She fell asleep. Shi Jianjia suddenly shouted, "Get lost, Fu Yuhui." His fists were clenched tight, his heart ached, but this was Yanxi's wish, and he had to cooperate. Shi Jianjia explained to Fu Yuhui, "She chose to take her home instead of you. Do you know why? Between her and Chen Xiangxiang, you chose the latter. You're no longer qualified to stand by her side." Hearing this, a wave of self-blame washed over Fu Yuhui. His fists, originally clenched in anger, gradually loosened. He lowered his head in shame and let them leave. Yanxi was sent to the hospital. Hearing that Yan had woken up, Gunyan hurried to visit her. "Miss, how are you feeling?" Yan sat up, a little tired but still smiling. "Uncle Gu, I'm fine now. Please don't tell Uncle Mu that I fainted." "Okay," Shi Jianjia said. "You didn't faint. You just fell asleep after taking the medicine." Yan said sincerely, "Thank you so much for today." Shi Yan and Butler, he also followed Gunyan to visit Yan, but they were a bit much. They barged straight into the ward and started crying before they even spoke. "Sister, my poor Mississippi," they said as they walked towards Yan's bed. Gunyan quickly advised, "Young master, please calm down. Miss is fine." Their sudden appearance startled Yanxi. Shi Yan grabbed his sister's hand and kept blaming himself. "It's all my fault. If I hadn't gone to Miss Yang's for tutoring after school, you wouldn't be in the hospital." Yanxi denied, "It's not your fault, and I'm fine now." Fu Yuhui stood outside for a long time without going in. Seeing this, Chen Xiangxiang walked over to comfort him. "Yuhui, you don't have to worry. Sister Yanxi is awake." But Fu Yuhui seemed indifferent to her words. Shi Jingxing's hurried footsteps made Chen Xiangxiang turn her head. She was about to greet him, but he ignored her completely. She was very unwilling. She had tried so hard, but no one paid attention to her, only caring about that bitch. Jealousy overwhelmed Chen Xiangxiang's reason. "There are so many people here tonight. I must seize this opportunity to attract their attention. Right, I have the system. How can that bitch compare to me?" After Shi Jingxing came in, he started yelling at everyone without understanding the situation. "Yin, you can't do strenuous exercise. How could you go fight? You can't even handle light exercise. Shi Yan, how did you protect your sister? And old Gu, wasn't the Yin family paying you to escort Yanxi? Isn't this taking a salary for nothing?" Yin felt that Gun Yan was being wrongly scolded, so she defended him. "Dad, this has nothing to do with Uncle Gu. I deliberately sent him away." Shi Jingxing disagreed. "The point is that he didn't take good care of you." Shi Jingxing used to only care about Xiangxiang, but now he was blaming Gun Yan for not taking good care of Yanxi. So she had to stop him. "Enough, Dad. I've grown up. I can be responsible for my own actions. You don't need to control me so much." Yan once again made a decision for her own life, which made Shi Jingxing no longer recognize his former daughter. Chen Xiangxiang accused Yan of being unreasonable and spoke up for Shi Jingxing. "The chairman is angry because he's worried about you. Don't be angry with him." Yanxi interrupted, "Dad, what if I said Chen Xiangxiang did this?" Her words stunned both Shi Jingxing and Chen Xiangxiang. Chen Xiangxiang's mouth hung open, her face pale. Shi Jingxing didn't believe it. "That's impossible. Xiangxiang is kind and generous. She wouldn't hurt you. You must be prejudiced against her." Chen Xiangxiang put on a pitiful look. "Yes, Sister Yan, I've always treated you like my own sister. How could you wrong me like this? I heard some people in class say that, but I never believed it because I thought you were a good person. I thought you would treat me the way I treat you, but I didn't expect you to." Yanxi couldn't stand this long-rehearsed speech. "You don't have to pretend. No matter what you say, I don't believe you have a shred of kindness." Chen Xiangxiang continued to show her concern for Yan. "Sister Yan, you must believe me. Look, I've specially brought some high-quality Chinese medicine for you to try. It will definitely cure your illness." Shi Jianjia stood by, staring intently at the suspicious medicine bottle. "Seriously, she has bad intentions. This is a semi-finished product bought from the system mall. Letting you try it is a matter of life and death." Yanxi sneered. She was too familiar with this routine. Later in the novel, she relied on the system to develop medicine, and now it seemed to be true. Chen Xiangxiang came over and offered to examine it. I've been studying herbal medicine recently. May I take a look? Chen Xiangxiang said, sure. He closed his eyes and sniffed it intently, immediately understanding. The medicine inside isn't very helpful for Yin Yan's illness. It's just for enriching the blood. He saw through it at once, impressing everyone. The three stared at him, and Chen Xiangxiang said, really? You're amazing. You knew just by smelling it. Yanxi stroked his chin, wanting to test Chen Xiangxiang. I'd say this bottle is quite valuable, wouldn't you? Chen Xiangxiang seized the opportunity to show off. Exactly. This is a Ruyao white glaze bottle, made by Xiao Bujia, a descendant of the Ruyao lineage. It's worth 180,000. Yanxi chuckled, knowing her next words would crush Chen Xiangxiang's confidence. Using a 180,000 yuan bottle to hold a few pills, you must be very wealthy. Shouldn't you return the 38 million yuan you owe me then? Chen Xiangxiang paled at these words, trembling with fear, her previous arrogance gone. Chen Xiangxiang lowered her voice. It's just that I don't have that much money right now. Inwardly, she fumed. Yanxi, you're going too far. Yanxi said sternly, then you'd better hurry up. She even suggested an installment plan. You can pay in installments. Shi Jingjing, seeing the bottle as unimportant, also suggested, Xiangxiang, you can sell this bottle to get some money. But Chen Xiangxiang clearly didn't want to repay the debt, clutching the bottle tightly. But her medicine, Chen Xiangxiang thought selling the bottle was fine, but she had to get rid of Yanxi first. Then, Sister Yin Yan, please take your medicine first. Shi Zhangzi shouted, you want Yin Yan to take something that has no effect whatsoever? What are you trying to do? Shi Zhangzi's expression and voice were frightening. Chen Xiangxiang hastily denied, I didn't. She had put in so much effort, planned everything so perfectly. But it was ruined, and she couldn't accept it in her heart. The medicine she had spent so many points on was wasted just like that. Just as Chen Xiangxiang was about to leave, Yanxi stopped her and asked, then can you tell me about the harassment incident? Those thugs said they liked Chen Xiangxiang, so they wanted to vent their anger for her. Chen Xiangxiang panicked. Yanxi continued, I know you weren't the mastermind. Then can you tell me why you made him think I was bullying you and needed him to stand up for you? Is it because you owe me money, so you're holding a grudge? Questions were thrown out one after another, and she hadn't even had time to finish listening. Yanxi glanced at Chen Xiangxiang, making her jump. Sister Yin Yan, I didn't. After regaining her composure, she was no longer afraid, relieved to have Shi Jingxin's backing. Yanxi, how dare you expose me in front of so many people? Dad will definitely take my side. As expected, Shi Jingxin tried to defend Chen Xiangxiang. Yin Yan, actually, before he could finish, Yanxi interrupted him. It'll be troublesome if this becomes a family matter. She used the billion yuan contract to threaten her father. Dad, you know about the billion yuan cooperation between our two families, right? Hearing this, Shi Jingxin froze, unable to lose the business opportunity for a girl like Chen Xiangxiang. Shi Jingxin immediately turned around and loudly ordered Xiangxiang to apologize. Xiangxiang, apologize to Yin Yan now. Chen Xiangxiang was surprised, not expecting Yanxi to have such a strong influence on Shi Jingxin. She had to lower her head. I'm sorry, Sister Yin Yan. Although reluctant, she forced herself to say, I've been too busy with my studies recently, so I haven't had time to explain things clearly to everyone, which has caused some unnecessary misunderstandings. Yanxi smiled with satisfaction. Then you'll have to work harder. After the incident, everyone left one by one, leaving only Yanxi and Shi Zhangzi in the room. Yanxi praised, Student Shi, you know a lot about growing herbs. You have a medicinal garden in your backyard, and you could even smell the ingredients of the medicine just now. That's amazing. Yanxi explained her troubles to Shi Zhangzi. The roots of 2 of my lotus heart grasses are damaged. I try to save them, but they're not growing well. Do you have any solutions? Yanxi had a good impression of Shi Zhangzi. Shi Zhangzi smiled and offered a solution. If you trust me, I can transplant the lotus heart grass to my medicinal garden. There are medicinal insects and many symbiotic herbs there, which will be very helpful for the growth of the lotus heart grass. Yanxi smiled shyly. Then I'll trouble you. I'll bring the lotus heart grass to your house tonight. Shi Zhangzi agreed. Okay. Yu Huai, who had been lurking outside, couldn't stand their cheerful chatter. He slammed his hand against the wall and gritted his teeth, shouting, Shi Zhangzi, The next day after school, Yanxi was surrounded by a group of people at the classroom door. Everyone was jostling to see what was happening. Let me see, what's going on? In an unexpected turn of events, Chen Xiangxiang brought Lu Yao to apologize to Yanxi. Yanxi was bewildered. What was going on? Chen Xiangxiang expressed her displeasure. Nini and I are like sisters. You shouldn't believe those baseless rumors and attack my sister. Apologize to Nini now. Lu Yao suddenly wanted to reveal the truth. But didn't you cry to me at the Ji family, complaining that? Chen Xiangxiang quickly interrupted. I'm doing very well at the Ji family. Lu Yao stammered. You've really misunderstood. Yanxi said, all right, stop arguing. Yanxi crossed her arms and looked up at Chen Xiangxiang. You're living in my house, and my dad even gave my life-saving medicine to your mother. Before she could finish, Chen Xiangxiang panicked and repeatedly bowed her head, pleading, Nini, it's all my fault, I'm sorry. This was a good opportunity to get back what she had stolen, so Yanxi wanted her to show remorse. If you don't want to continue like this, shouldn't you show some sincerity? Chen Xiangxiang bowed her head and admitted her mistake, but her face showed no remorse, only hypocrisy. Since she couldn't avoid it, she might as well put on an act of kindness and kneel before Nini. The crowd immediately erupted in whispers. Chen Xiangxiang kept saying sentimental things, making everyone feel sorry for her, and making Yanxi appear petty. Nini, thank you for giving the anti-cancer medicine to my mother to save her life. When everyone misunderstood you, I didn't stand up and explain. I sincerely apologize to you. Having lived this long, Yanxi could naturally see through her tricks, playing the moral guilt card again. Chen Xiangxiang seemed to read Yanxi's mind and added, this is my voluntary apology. You didn't force me. Thinking she had succeeded, Chen Xiangxiang smiled smugly in her heart. See how you get out of this. Yanxi found it amusing. Really? How interesting. So Yanxi decided to play along and see what tricks she had up her sleeve. You traded my life for your mother's. I had no choice. Now you're kneeling and begging me. What should I do? Forgive you. Xiangxiang wants to explain. That fool Lu Yao was still speaking up for Chen Xiangxiang, accusing Yanxi of being too cruel. Xiangxiang has already knelt down and kowtowed to you. What more do you want? Yanxi retorted, are you playing the moral guilt card with me? Should I die for you? Since Chen Xiangxiang started this game, Yanxi might as well play along. I don't need the medicine anymore. You've already taken my life, but what about the money? Please return it quickly. Are you praising me so highly because you don't want to repay the money? I didn't expect you to be this kind of person. Chen Xiangxiang was hit where it hurt, as she had no money to repay and felt extremely humiliated. The students who had previously sided with Chen Xiangxiang because of her fabricated story now understood the truth and turned against her. I always thought, she was bullying Chen Xiangxiang. It turns out it's because she didn't return the money and even took her life-saving medicine. I heard she's been bad-mouthing Yanxi everywhere. Lu Yao, standing at the front, felt like a complete fool. So unlucky, so heartbroken. Now he knew he was a fool led by the nose, standing there speechless. Seeing the situation turn sour, Chen Xiangxiang continued to pretend. I'm sorry, Nini, I will definitely return the money I owe you as soon as possible. Yanxi placed her hand on Chen Xiangxiang's shoulder and reminded her again. Remember what you said? All the students here are witnesses. Don't try anything funny. Chen Xiangxiang's voice trembled. Yes. At this moment, she wished she could swallow Yanxi whole. How could Yanxi humiliate her like this in front of so many people? After school, Yanxi deliberately stayed behind to wait for Shi Jinza to get his bike, then ran over and called out to him. Shi Jinza, wait a minute. This call stopped him. Shi Jinza saw Yanxi and asked, what's wrong? It turned out Yanxi had come specifically to thank him. I came here specifically to thank you. Thanks to your medicine last time, the allergic reaction on my face has gotten much better. Shi Jinza was happy for Yanxi, really. That's great, Shi Jinza suggested. But if you really want to thank me, I can give you a ride. No need, consider returning the favor. Yanxi readily agreed. Okay, as long as it's something I can do. Shi Jinza looked at her face for a long time, then said, when your face recovers, can I be the first to see it? Yanxi was stunned by these words, a shy blush creeping onto her face. She hadn't expected him to say that. She smiled and replied, of course, no problem. She thought to herself, it's quite normal, isn't it? What's wrong with a doctor checking on a patient's recovery? Shi Jinza continued, let me take you home. The heart-linking grass you gave me has revived. It might grow into a large patch soon. Hearing this, Yanxi's eyes lit up and her mouth opened slightly. That's great. Yanxi got into the car, and Shi Jinza took the opportunity to give her a tight hug. Yanxi shyly hummed in agreement, and the two left. Hiding behind the tree, Fu Yuhai and Chen Xiangxiang saw all of this, and Fu Yuhai's face darkened with anger. Chen Xiangxiang, the one who had volunteered to kneel and apologize to Yanxi in class, now spoke to Fu Yuhai in a different tone. It was right for Yanxi to make me kneel and apologize and return the money. I don't blame her at all. Luckily, I can play the violin and earn money through live streaming. Fu Yuhai responded perfunctorily. Debts must be repaid. It's only right. After saying that, he hurriedly left. Unexpectedly, as soon as Fu Yuhai left, the system issued a warning. Fu Yuhai's favorability has decreased. Chen Xiangxiang panicked. Why? Why did Fu Yuhai's favorability suddenly decrease? The next day at school, Fu Yuhai followed Yanxi around, seizing every opportunity to talk. Yanxi, are you angry with me? If you don't like me interacting with Chen Xiangxiang, I won't interact with her. Yanxi coldly pretended not to hear him. He grabbed her hand. You know that the person I like is you. She's just your substitute. Yanxi was disgusted by his words and actions and shook off his hand. Let go of me, Fu Yuhai. I don't have time to listen to your nonsense. A group of junior girls happened to appear, rescuing Yanxi Sr. Do you want to skateboard with us? Yanxi gladly seized the opportunity. Sure. Fu Yuhai tried to stop her. Yanxi. One of the girls asked Yanxi Sr., do you know how to skateboard? If not, I can teach you. I'm pretty good. I guarantee you won't fall. Yanxi smiled in response. Then I'll have to trouble you. Suddenly, a hand snatched the skateboard directly from the junior girl, startling her. Fu Yuhai desperately tried to persuade Yanxi, appearing somewhat desperate. Yanxi, you're not in good health. You shouldn't do such dangerous sports. If you want to play, I'll teach you. Yanxi had agreed to skateboard precisely to get rid of the persistent Fu Yuhai, and now she was extremely annoyed. Let go. I don't need you to teach me. Fu Yuhai continued to persuade her. Yanxi, trust me. I won't let you fall. The skateboard was snatched away again, this time by Shi Jinza. He truly was her savior once more. She doesn't want to. Can't you see that? Yanxi was surprised and relieved. Shi Jinza. Fu Yuhai knew that Shi Jinza's appearance would definitely ruin his plans, and he was very angry. You again. Shi Jinza, who always maintained an aloof image in the eyes of others, was now willing to participate in such an activity, which made those who had a crush on him very happy. They didn't expect the usually humble young Master Shi to actually know how to skateboard. Watching him gently guide their senior made their hearts flutter. Yanxi's heart beat faster than ever. In fact, Fu Yuhai suddenly kicked a skateboard from afar, put it in his pocket, and distracted everyone with a smug expression. He performed some difficult moves, making everyone cheer. Hey, look everyone, Fu Yuhai is on the board too. Fu Yuhai is so awesome. That move just now was super difficult, so the real expert is here. If I were Yanxi, I would definitely ask him to teach me. Shi Jinza wasn't impressed with his skills. His execution is quite average. He was unsteady on his landings a few times, which could easily cause serious injury. Don't imitate him. Yanxi spoke as she released Shi Jinza's hand. Yeah, I think so too. Also, what I originally wanted to say was, Yanxi confidently stepped onto the skateboard. Actually, I know how to skateboard. Yanxi glided like the wind, showcasing her professional skateboarding skills, while also explaining the key points of the movements, which required high flexibility and sharp turns. Every move was exactly the same as what Fu Yuhai had just performed, but executed more perfectly. The crisp sound of the skateboard wheels hitting the ground truly stunned everyone who was seeing such a spectacular performance for the first time. Even Shi Jinza's eyes widened. Yanxi basked in the enthusiastic applause. Yanxi, you're amazing. Yanxi walked over to explain to Shi Jinza, I just haven't played in a long time. Sorry I didn't tell you before. Shi Jinza was very appreciative and said with a smile, it's nothing. You skate very well. Yanxi didn't forget to throw a jab at Fu Yuhai. This is what happens when you don't listen to people. I already said I didn't need anyone to teach me. Watching the two of them gang up on him, Fu Yuhai gritted his teeth, burning with anger. Chen Xiangxiang stood to the side, plotting various schemes in her mind. Yanxi, You've always been stealing what belongs to me, so don't blame me for targeting your foolish brother. She smiled sinisterly. I still have a trump card. Yanxi immediately turned to look, guessing her thoughts. What trick is Chen Xiangxiang going to play this time? She has the system as long as someone has good intentions towards her. They will be rewarded elsewhere. Xin Yuan has been chasing Wang Zinan. Zinan, don't be angry, okay? Fang Zinan didn't have a good impression of Shi Xian. I'm not angry. We never had a relationship. It's normal that you don't come looking for me. Shi Xian was stunned. How can we not have a relationship? Didn't you agree to let me pursue you? Zinan frowned. What does this have to do with Shi Xian? If it weren't for Shuang's sake, I wouldn't even bother with you. So she went to class yesterday to see Shi Xian, pretending to ask questions, Zinan recalled. Come to think of it, my brother hasn't come to see you for a long time. Has something happened? The female classmate next to him sneered. The love of those rich young masters is really superficial, how they changed their minds already. Zinan was exhausted, not knowing how to get rid of Shi Xian. These two are really overthinking it. That idiot Shi Xian. How could he possibly change his mind? Shi Xian was still fooled, too naive. So Shi Xian asked you to come find me. I must go home and thank her properly. System prompt. Shi Xian's favorability is increasing. Xiangxiang, standing behind, was ecstatic. She didn't expect Shi Xian to be so easily fooled. Shi Xian has had a crush on Wang Zinan for 2 years. If I help him successfully pursue this relationship, I will definitely gain a lot of favorability to complete the task. Shi Xian said softly. Zinan, I just entered the rocket class. I'm very busy with my studies. I really don't have time to accompany you. Let me buy you some gifts to make up for it. Wang Zinan's blunt words stung Shi Xian's heart. Are you throwing money at me again? Do you think your grades are worthy of the rocket class? You're disrupting fairness. Yanxi walked over from afar. Seriously ask him if he's not worthy of being in the rocket class. Then who is? Zinan was a little worried when he saw Yanxi. Yanxi, why is she here? She continued to express her views loudly. Senior Nanyan, I just think that you're using money to enter the rocket class, depriving others of the opportunity to compete. Shi Xian was stunned. Yanxi, it's not like that. Yanxi didn't understand. Wang, are you looking down on us rich people? Wang Zinan denied. I didn't say that. Yanxi pointed at her and suggested, then take off your clothes, jewelry, and shoes. If you don't like Shi Xian and his money, then quickly return them to him. Wang Zinan shrieked. Why are you so sensitive? Is there any reason to return a gift that has been given? Yanxi, don't be so arrogant. Although I'm poor, I have my own principles and dignity. Knowing that she was using her brother, Yanxi decided to tell everything. What you're wearing alone is worth over 10,000. Would a person with dignity easily accept such an expensive gift? You can pretend to be noble, but don't deceive yourself. Wang Zinan knew that Shi Xian had been foolishly pursuing her for so many years and had deep feelings for her. So she turned to him for protection. Shi Xian, these are all gifts you gave me. Do you really want me to return them? Shi Xian was helpless and disappointed. I didn't know you hated my gifts so much. Her words had no effect on Shi Xian, so she thought about backing down. I didn't expect Yanxi to have such a big influence on Shi Xian. I have to think a new trick. After thinking about it, she blamed Shi Xian. Shi Xian, I misjudged you. You're just a useless, rich, second generation who only knows how to play with people's hearts with money. If you don't speak for me, I will never like you. Never ever. It seemed that because of Wang Zinan's constant scolding, he also realized a lot of things and wouldn't let Zinan leave. Wang Zinan said triumphantly, I knew it. This Shi Xian is really useless. Shi Xian's face was cold, without any tenderness. You can't leave. You haven't returned the things I gave you. Wang Zinan was so angry that she lost control. She threw the book in her hand at Yanxi and said, Yanxi, you are a short-lived ghost, black-hearted. Why should I return the gifts you received? So what if the money your Yin family earned is dirty money? What's wrong with me spending a little? You deserve to have cancer. The book flew towards Yanxi like lightning, but Shi Xian quickly shielded her to protect her. Shi Xian rushed towards her like crazy. Yanxi looked towards the wall where Chen Xiangxiang was hiding, and there came a triumphant laugh. Chen Xiangxiang wants to use Wang Zinan to conquer her brother. No way. Chen Xiangxiang was so scared that she didn't even dare to breathe. Yanxi knows I'm hiding here. System, did Yanxi discover my existence? The system is as stupid and arrogant as its owner. It's high-tech. How could ordinary people easily discover it? Zinan brought Shi Xian and Yanxi home to get something, but Yanxi felt something was wrong. This is the second time we've passed through this alley. Zinan said she was taking us home to get the gift Shi Xian gave her, but now we're just going in circles. Is she hesitating? Zinan feeling exposed, angrily retorted, "Don't talk nonsense. Your family's money disgusts me. Don't overthink it." But her heart was pounding with panic. My parents should have hidden all the valuables by now, right? As soon as they arrived home, Zenan panicked. She didn't expect them to bring a lawyer. Zenan's parents huddled together, trembling with fear. "Miss, young master, you're here." Yanxi started directing Chen Xiangxiang to take inventory. "Darling, go see if everything is here." Chen Xiangxiang only then realized, "Sorry, Yin, I didn't know I had given you so much." Zenan interjected sharply. "Yanxi, how dare you bring a lawyer to my house?" Yanxi didn't want to waste time because of her stalling and explained, "The lawyer has Chen Xiangxiang's purchase records. It's more convenient for everyone to let him find the items first, isn't it?" Zenan gasped, gritting her teeth to suppress her fear. Yanxi had already seen through her plan to move the items but hadn't exposed her. "This little bitch is doing this on purpose." Chen Xiangxiang began searching, but after a while, he still felt something was missing. Suddenly, he remembered and exclaimed, "Where's the big jade blue sapphire necklace?" She borrowed it to admire. "Where is it? Why isn't it here?" Hearing about the necklace, Yanxi thought of her poor mother and felt a pang of sadness. That necklace was a relic left by her mother before she died. It was prepared by her mother during her illness for her brother's future wife. Her mother had chosen it so carefully, but now, Zenan vehemently denied, "I already said I couldn't find that necklace. Why are you bringing up the past again? What does this mean?" Yanxi was blunt. "This past is enough to put you in jail. My mother spent $688 million on that necklace." Zenan's mother was stunned upon hearing such a large sum. He also wanted her to go to jail. So she suggested, why should she go to jail? How about letting Xian and marry young Master Shi? Then she wouldn't have to go to jail for losing her own things. Zenan used her mother's words to provoke Chen Xiangxiang. "Are you trying to force me to marry you? I look down on you." These two were so hypocritical that they angered Chen Xiangxiang. "Who want to marry a vicious woman like you? You're not worthy. Return my future wife's belongings." Yanxi patted his shoulder gently. "Calm down, brother." She was very calm. "Lawyer He, call the police. This is fraud. We need to pursue legal action." Lawyer He replied, "Understood." Zenan was trembling, but still thought of a new tactic. "Yanxi, does Uncle Shi know you're making such a fuss? I'll call him now and let him know about your despicable behavior." Yanxi remained unmoved. "Fine, we'll wait here for the police and your Uncle Shi. Yin will also wait and see what kind of act Chen Xiangxiang will put on. Let me see what kind of person this hypocritical father, Chen Xiangxiang, is." An hour later, the police had surrounded Zenan's house. Inside, it was chaotic. The three of them sat in a row, scared to death, waiting for the investigation. With an exclamation, Chen Xiangxiang arrived at the same time, bringing Chen Xiangxiang with him. Seeing the chaotic scene, he scolded, "Why is it so noisy that even the police are here? Can't you sit down and talk things over?" Chen Xiangxiang echoed, "Yeah, Sister Yin, it's just a breakup. How could you?" Yanxi questioned, "Dad, isn't it a bit inappropriate to shout like this without even knowing what happened? The Wang family took the big jade ruby necklace that my mother left me." Chen Xiangxiang was stunned. "So it involves such a valuable item. I thought it was a small matter." Zenan looked at Chen Xiangxiang, hoping for help. "Xiangxiang, save me." Seeing her helpless look, Xiangxiang secretly felt disgusted. "Damn it, although Zenan is stupid, she's my bargaining chip to gain Xianji's favor. I must get her out of this trouble first." Chen Xiangxiang pretended to say to Chen Xiangxiang, "Uncle Shi, Yin definitely didn't lose the necklace on purpose. Please don't blame her, okay?" Chen Xiangxiang, like Chen Xiangxiang's puppet, listened to her words. He immediately changed his mind. Yin, just stop making trouble." Yanxi got straight to the point. "As long as you compensate for the original price of $688 million, either in cash or transfer, we'll withdraw the lawsuit." Chen Xiangxiang dared to accuse Yanxi of bullying. "Sister, the Wang family relies entirely on welfare. How could they possibly come up with so much money? Aren't you going too far?" If Chen Xiangxiang didn't agree to these terms, Yanxi had other ways to deal with her. "If you sympathize with the Wang family, Xiangxiang, then why don't you pay their debts?" "Fine, right an IOU." Yanxi chuckled inwardly. "Don't even think about touching my family's things." Pathetic Wang Zenan lowered his voice. "Please, Xiangxiang, plead for me." Wang Zenan actually dragged Chen Xiangxiang into this mess too. What is this lunatic thinking? We're not even relatives. Why should I pay Wang Xinan's debts? Chen Xiangxiang put on a troubled expression and shifted the responsibility to Shi Jingxian. I don't have that much money either. Go ask my brother. He likes you so much. After Wang Xinan's true colors have been exposed, she still wants Shi Jingxian to help. How ridiculous. She turned to reprimand Chen Xiangxiang. Wang Xinan stole my future wife's things, and you still want me to reconcile. What are you thinking? After Shi Jingxian finished speaking, the system unexpectedly reminded her, warning, your pursuit targets Shi Jingxian's favorability is decreasing. Chen Xiangxiang was afraid of losing Shi Jingxian's favor. She quickly denied, brother, that's not what I meant. She wanted to touch Shi Jingxian, but he dodged. Who's your brother? You're just a charity case. Someone unexpectedly rebuked Shi Jingxian. What kind of talk is that? Apologize to Xiangxiang quickly. A man should take responsibility, not just play around and skip studying, and engaging in puppy love. Yanxi couldn't stand it anymore and stood up to retort, Dad, you're being too unfair. It's wrong for him to be in a puppy love relationship, but is it right for Chen Xiangxiang to push my brother to reconcile with Wang Xinan? Shi Jingxian thought for a moment, then suddenly realized, wasn't it you who kept pushing me and Wang Xinan together? Bringing her to my room and showing her the necklace. That was you too, right? Don't tell me you were an accomplice in this scam. Chen Xiangxiang was exposed and frightened. Shi Jingxian immediately turned to question her. Xiangxiang, you took this girl to your brother's room. Chen Xiangxiang quickly approached Shi Jingxian. Looking innocent, I had just arrived at the Shi family then, and I wanted to make more friends, so I brought a friend home to hang out. Shi Jingxian unexpectedly took a different approach. He continued to lecture her. I know many of your peers back home are already dating and married, but that's ignorant thinking. Don't always think about matchmaking, puppy love, and bringing your rural bad habits into our family, understand? Warning, Shi Jingxian's favorability is decreasing. In just one day, both of their favorability ratings are dropping. This misstep filled her with unease. Why is this happening? After receiving notification from the police, Yanxi immediately went to find Shi Jingxian. Brother, the police found the necklace at the Wang family's house. The lawyer will return it in a few days. Shi Jingxian was happy to hear this news. Thank you, Yin Yin, for saving me from that woman who was trying to seduce me. The two were still immersed in joy when someone suddenly interjected. Yin Yin, Shi Yin, your uncle is returning from abroad tonight. We're having a welcome home dinner. Do you know? We know. Why are you suddenly mentioning this? It turned out he was informing them that Chen Xiangxiang would also be attending. Xiangxiang said she wanted to go too. I thought it would be more lively with more people, so I agreed. You too can introduce her to some people. Yanxi was uncomfortable with Shi Jingxian's actions. He wanted Chen Xiangxiang to meet their relatives. It seemed Shi Jingxian hadn't given up on the idea of fostering Chen Xiangxiang. Shi Yin disagreed with her going. Dad, this is a welcome home dinner for Uncle. Everyone coming are family and close friends. It's a completely private family dinner. What's an outsider like her doing there? Chen Xiangxiang actually used Yanxi as an excuse. Brother, you misunderstood. I actually wanted to accompany sister. She hasn't been to this kind of social event in a long time, and I'm afraid she'll be nervous. Shi Yin loudly retorted, Am I dead? Does my sister need you to accompany her? Yanxi pulled his hand. Brother. Shi Yin already had a plan to deal with her, so he agreed to Shi Jingxian's decision, smiling. If Dad wants to bring Xiangxiang, just send out the invitations. As for introducing her to people, of course we can. Yanxi agreeing so quickly made her suspicious. Yanxi agreed so quickly. Is she really that kind? Yanxi used an implied way to remind her of her status. I will truthfully introduce her to everyone. Xiangxiang is a poor student sponsored by Dad. Shi Jingxian was stunned upon hearing this. He knew this would be the outcome. Chen Xiangxiang pitifully grabbed his sleeve. Uncle Shi. With Yanxi's permission, he didn't want to cause any more trouble and quickly made a decision. Xiangxiang, come with me. You too. Help your uncle prepare. We'll go first. Yanxi watched their departing figures with her arms crossed, calculating in her mind. If I'm not mistaken, after last night, Chen Xiangxiang lost her chance to snag the male lead. So she's now set her sights on my uncle who just returned, planning to switch targets to make up for her loss. In the novel, after my death, she pursued my brother and seized the Yin family's assets. That's right. In the book, after losing his beloved sister, Shi Yin treated Chen Xiangxiang like family and handed everything over to her. Help me manage the business. I don't understand these things. Xiangxiang, can you manage it for me? Even the assets my mother left behind are yours. At that time, she got everything and was very satisfied. But Yanxi has made up her mind to show her what she's really capable of this time. The banquet hall was luxuriously decorated. The atmosphere was lively. Chen Xiangxiang smiled as soon as she entered, putting on a polite and innocent look. Hello, uncles and aunts. She wore a white dress, imitating Yanxi's previous style, looking quite beautiful, even creating an illusion. Wow, Yanxi is getting more and more beautiful. Shi Jingxin quickly came out to clarify. Sorry for the misunderstanding, everyone. This is Chen Yu's daughter, Chen Xiangxiang. She just looks a bit like Yanxi. The scene was a little awkward. Oh, I see. Yanxi and Shi Yan watched from upstairs as she chatted and laughed with Shi Jingxin, feeling it was quite inappropriate. The head of the family hadn't arrived yet, and he was busy introducing Chen Xiangxiang to the guests. Shi Jingxin is becoming more and more unreliable. Aunt Yin Ruan's arrival changed everything. I don't think she can even compare to a single one of Yin Yan's fingers. Aunt Yin Ruan scolded Chen Xiangxiang. Young lady, why are you imitating Yin Yan? Don't you feel like a clown doing that? Aunt Yin Ruan had a powerful aura. It seemed that Chen Xiangxiang's attempt to seduce this new target wouldn't be easy. Aunt Yin Ruan's initial favorability towards her was only 1%. Chen Xiangxiang felt uneasy, worried about such a low initial favorability. She tried to comfort herself. It's okay. I have the everyone loves me system. Shi Jingxin jumped out to defend Xiangxiang. Aunt Ruan, why be so harsh on a child? Xiangxiang, quickly greet your uncle and explain. Chen Xiangxiang obediently followed. Hello, uncle. I am Chen Xiangxiang. Aunt Yin Ruan rejected this inexplicable family relationship and said sternly, what uncle? Don't claim kinship so casually. She didn't forget to mention what she had done before. You stole Yin Yan's medicine, and you dared to appear in front of me. The system detected that Aunt Yin Ruan's favorability was beyond repair. She stood frozen. Fortunately, Shi Jingxin helped her out. Aunt Ruan, you misunderstood. Yin Yin agreed to give the anti-cancer medicine to Xiangxiang. Chen Xiangxiang was thinking about what to say when Shi Yan's voice startled her. Ah, yes. Why are you lying? You were the one who gave the medicine to her without permission. When did Yin Yin agree? Yanxi attended the banquet in a simple dress today, but she naturally radiated brilliance. It really is Yanxi. This is the aura of a true lady. Aunt Yin Ruan's face turned purple with anger. Brother-in-law, is what Shi Yin said true? Shi Jingxin was utterly humiliated in front of everyone and had to face Aunt Yin Ruan's fury. That idiot Shi Yin actually revealed the truth in public. Aunt Yin Ruan suddenly grabbed Shi Jingxin's collar and roared, I'm asking you, answer me. Shi Jingxin stammered, I was in trouble at the time, and Xiangxiang saved me. She used that favor to coerce me. She forced me to give her the medicine. I had no choice. Unexpectedly, in this predicament, Shi Jingxin pushed all the blame onto Xiangxiang. Hearing this, she was stunned. It was clearly him who readily agreed to give me the medicine cabinet. Yanxi held her uncle's trembling hand. Uncle, Yanxi explained, I agreed to give the medicine to Miss Chen. As long as she can repay the cost of the medicine, the matter can be settled. As for my illness, other institutions are also researching anti-cancer drugs. There will always be a way. Aunt Yin Ruan gently patted Yanxi's head. Good. You're as decisive as your mother. I won't argue with you. Aunt Yin Ruan shielded Yin Yan behind her and scolded Shi Jingxin. Brother-in-law, the only reason I call you that is out of respect for Yin Yan's mother. You treat Yin Yan like this. Do you think the Yin family has no one left? Shi Jingxin was terrified. No. Aunt Yin Ruan made a firm decision. From this moment on, I'm taking Yin Yin home. Shi Jingxin worried. Then if Yanxi leaves, what about the Yin family's assets? What about the Shi family? He disagreed. No, Yin Yin still. Before he could finish, he was interrupted. Aunt Yin Ruan said sternly, this is a notification, not a negotiation.